What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to another episode of Cop or Drop. Myself and Ivan Lapagna, who is joining us on the other end, help you figure out which players, at least from a value standpoint, are good investments that are going to impact your squad. This is coming up a couple days late because we weren't able to align on schedules. It happens sometimes. But how are you doing, my good friend Ivan? Talk to me.
I'm doing fine.
I know you're happy with Sweden right now.
Yes.
You're happy right now.
We're doing good. We're doing good actually. Top of the group. So looks promising. Gonna face next up Ukraine. So we are very proud winning that group, of course. Tough group. And we now have as well this fourth team. Two, right? It's the second team. Path to Glory. Festival of Football.
Absolutely. And this one, I don't know if it's as good as the first one. I'm just going to throw that out there. And if you guys agree, disagree, whatever it may be, we have the comment section. I'm going to leave Ivan's information down below as per usual. And drop a like on the video if you can. That really helps out everything with the that really helps out everything with the YouTube algorithm. Ivan, just before we get into these, the three Swedes that we saw introduced, I'm sure that you put them into motion. What are your thoughts? I did not enjoy Forsberg. I'm just putting it out there early.
Yeah, up front it was Eliasson and Forsberg, double four, maybe not that tasty at this point, but they were quite cheap though. But I think at the back, Lindelöf, he was also I think like 140,000 coins. United links, well Premier League links as well. Not the fastest, but still insane defending. So I think that one was quite worth it, at least as United fan or a Swede.
Fair enough. I put out kind of a video saying Forsberg felt very fraudulent for me. Lindelof, I think, is the big win between the three. I won't hold you up. First off, we're talking about Nandez.
Nandez, yes. Well, he's the cheapest one, I think. 90 rating, Uruguay. Nothing special, really. He has some okay stats as a fullback. Maybe not as a midfielder. Double three is gonna be maybe not the best, but I still think he's okay, though. I mean, for this price, as well as 9 Golan strong link, a rare one. And he might get +2, and if you buy him now, I mean if he gets 92 rating, it's gonna be by far the cheapest fodder for 92, so I think this is definitely worth getting, at least one. Cool.
Kind of in between, because I think for what you're paying and what you're receiving, it's not a bad investment. I just feel there's some fraudulence here, and I'm just going to throw that out there. We're going from a 77 to a 90 overall. I don't think he's going to be spectacular, and I haven't heard different reviews. I haven't seen him in rotations or in the action, the starting 11s. I don't know why you would bring him off the bench. I didn't think about using him as a fullback. I actually find that as a much more attractive solution if needed, if it fits into your squad. I'm still going to say Cop because he's 40,000 coins, and that plays a factor here, and we're keeping moving. Hernandez. SBC.
Yes.
Are us.
The older brother. That was objectives grinding around, I think, maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Which could do this one while doing as well the tokens for squad battles. So you can do that 2 in 1. And I think, I mean, it's not that much effort really. And he can get upgrades. That's quite likely that he will reach at least the 92 rating. So, well, it is free. Just some time. What can I say? Cop.
Also a cop because it's free. But I will say this. In just the Bundesliga, there are so many options that I already prefer to this Hernandez. We got KLOSTERMANN, who we're going to talk about shortly. We have Mbabu. We have Tapsoba.
But if you need a Davis strong link, though, that's it. If you need a Davis strong link.
Yeah, you're right. Zaga, we even see Boateng used. There's a lot of players that you can definitely incorporate. But the point is, yes, it's a cop all day. It's free. It's not that big of an investment of your time. Kloster Thanos. That's next up. KLOSTERMANN. We know him well.
Yes, the man, the myth, the legend. He's now very cheap. I mean, after this, wait, it's been like 1 week now. It was last Friday, so he dropped quite a lot. He's down to 100,000 coins, and he looks insane really with the 90 pace as well. And we know that KLOSTERMANN this year, even the NIF was great, 85 was great as well. And this one is gonna be a big dub for sure. And 92 defending, he is good. This man is good. Good price, good links. Cop.
Short and sweet, like a quality pastry. Yes, we're gonna cop KLOSTERMANN. 100,000 coins. I mean, this guy is 100,000 coins. That's all that needs to be said. GREALISH or GREALISH. Jack.
Jack.
A big factor in the English team.
Yeah, GREALISH. Well, I think at this point, when this video goes live, he might have expired. He expires Friday night. But if you did not do him, you should not cry, because I think, well, 3-star weak foot, he's quite pricey. You're gonna pay that the PL tax, so the English tax as well. So just no, just drop.
240 to 260. I got this as a drop. I hope we don't agree the whole way through, but 3-star weak foot. There's limitations going forward. He doesn't have the best body type either. He's got these super calf muscles. We really want to go into detail, but either way in FIFA, he's not going to be your game changer, and I don't like his price. It had to be a much cheaper price to make sense. You are paying that embargo, that tax, that import that Ivan was talking about. Rebic.
Ante Rebic, Milan player, 4-4, and not the best body type, not the best height up front. I mean, the card is powerful, but it's going to be quite average in game because of the height and the body type, no matter what. In Croatia, I think won't really go that far. They have Spain now, so I think it's going to be difficult. And then if they win Spain, if they beat Spain, they have France, and they have to win 2 more games to get upgrade. So it's not really worth it unless you need some fodder. I think it might be the cheapest 91 on the market. So otherwise, nah, unfortunately, Ante.
I kind of like him, but I don't love him, and some of it comes down to the price point. I've used his previous iterations, so you have a real serious conflict in terms of body type because of price. I'm gonna give this a cop. Maybe you try him out, you incorporate him. Do not play him as a winger. He needs to be somewhere central, a secondary striker, or even your mainstay. But I'm only putting him as a cop based on price. Like I said, I don't think you're gonna fall in love here. He's got a big body. We're talking Incredible Hulk. He is not going to be agile, and he does have an 80 balance, 87 agility. I'm just throwing it out there just because under 50K. If you don't like him, you can sell him again. You can SBC him. You got options. Paredes.
Yes.
I don't think I'm saying this right.
Paredes. What can we say? I think it looks good. The PSG links as well. He has some very nice, strong links. And I think this one is quite cheap as well. In Argentina, I think they should go for. So at least the 1 upgrade to 94. And it looks very solid. 4-4. Only pity is the work rate is medium, always a bit dull. Otherwise, no real weakness. I think good height as well, and he should be a really good fullback and one of the best fullbacks for sure from League if not the best. So definitely cop.
This might be the most underrated item. I know we're just getting started here. We're kind of in the middle, but for 74,000 coins, if you look at his total stats, and he's got great strength to go with the skills, the weak foot, very versatile. And I would definitely start him as a fullback, but if needed, if you have to shift him around, he's not going to be a detriment for the club, and the price point's amazing. So I also have him as a cop. Eder Militao.
Well, at the moment, I think most of these prices are good since it's been now 6-7 days. Militao also waiting for a +2 upgrade, I believe. Brazil got 3 wins, so he's gonna get it on Friday, which might be today then. And for this price tag, he's gonna be one of the best center backs in the game. Great links, Brazilian as well, Madrid. So yeah, I think this one is really gonna be one of the best in the game. I tried out his actual inform back in like May last month, and he was actually insane. I mean, for the stats, for the pace, inform was great, and also his score was amazing last year as well. Militao just has something special, and this one, this 4th, is gonna be one of the best center backs in the game. So I think for sure, cop.
Meta and Militao go together. Now you got these massive upgrades. You're also making an investment where you already know that it's going to improve. The player's going to improve. And you're paying a better price tag technically because even though he hadn't improved previously because some of the hype has died down, you're just getting a better overall investment strategy here. And to get a 94 at 400,000 coins, give or take, it's pretty reasonable because you're talking top tier, end game. You don't need to make replacements, and he might continually grow. Remember, he does play for Brazil, and he has all these easy links in La Liga. The man that cannot finish or does struggle with finishing, maybe not in FIFA, we have MORATA. At least that's been attached to his name at this point.
Well, I think on the market by far the cheapest 93. So for investment purpose, you could definitely stick one into the club because he also might get +2. Spain, they can go far as well. Maybe did not have the best start, but they had a very nice last game against Slovakia. So you never know, and there is zero risk. It's the cheapest fodder on the market, and you can maybe also use him as a super sub for the last 10-15 minutes to put some power on the pitch. So I say for that reason I cop investment wise.
I just don't like MORATA. I didn't enjoy any of his informs or previous foot items, so I don't think that's going to shift here whatsoever. I've got him as a drop. If you're looking at it just from I could put it into an SBC, sure, you can have a change of heart, but I don't think there's any usability of him on the actual virtual pitch, so that's where I'm struggling. So I've got him as a drop, but if you're looking at it just as I'm going to reinsert this player, so be it. It's almost a different argument, or it's not part of my equation because I'm giving him nothing on one end. So it'd only be an SBC, whereas some of my previous players that I said, oh, you could also put them into an SBC, I still think there's value on the actual virtual pitch. MORATA doesn't fall in a category. He's huge with high work rates. I don't like it. It's getting hot outside, and maybe if it was during the winter season, Chilwell would make more sense because it'd just be a different transition portion of the year. What do you think about Ben Chilwell?
Well, again, I think at the moment these prices are very good. I mean, he's cheap and it's going to be a very strong left back. You have, I think, about the same level as Shaw. Todd Shaw maybe even a bit better, so it should be probably the best Prem left back for 75,000 coins. He's English as well. He has 99 stamina. He has 93 stand tackle. Good dribbling as well. I mean, maybe not the best overlapping fullback, but good defending, high work rates as well. So for me, again, I cop.
At 78,000, it's hard to disagree with your logic. I think I'm also gonna cop. I'm not excited by Chilwell though. I will put that out there. When you've used some of the likes of the best fullbacks in the game, or even guys that are 3-3. Here's a great example. If you told me I could have Hernandez or Chilwell, which are both 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill move players, I would take Hernandez all day. I'm not talking about the center back. I'm looking at the fullback between the brothers. And I think you have to start taking that into the equation. Where would Chilwell actually rank for you overall for your fullbacks that you have options to incorporate? Everyone's using hybrids. If you're just trying to do a Premier League scenario, or if you're a Chelsea supporter, I understand it a little bit more. I'm still going to say a cop, but I feel there's better players in this position, especially if you need them to be gifted on the ball going forward offensively. Wijnaldum made the transfer. What's the situation? What's the scenario?
Wijnaldum, well, what can we say? He will get upgraded as well. He's gonna get the 95 now. They got the 3 wins from the group stage, and he's gonna be, I think, in that ninja gang plus 90, probably all base stats, which is crazy, and that is for 300,000 coins. I mean, the Prem as well, Netherlands, Liverpool. I'm surprised about this price actually. I mean, the market really crashed hard, but I mean, for this price, this is a bargain. He's gonna be one of the best midfielders in the game. He has also double 4, he has high. I mean, wow, insane, a massive cop.
Massive cop. This might be the cop of our entire list because of what you're paying, what you're receiving. The links are there, the prereqs are there as well. I like Wijnaldum. I've enjoyed using him earlier on. I feel he fits everything. This is going to be an upgraded version of Seedorf. If you ever use Seedorf, you're going to prefer Wijnaldum.
And I have to say one thing now overall, that the FOF prices, they are insane. They are so cheap due to the preview packs, because now supply is going to be very high and the prices are just crazy. I mean, he's cheaper than players like Tot Kimmich. And he's way better. It's crazy. 300,000 coins, Mike, for this card.
João Felix, again, 350,000 coins, 93 overall, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot.
Yeah, he dropped a lot. I think Krasi bought him for like 1 million coins, and he thought that was a bargain. At the moment, unfortunately, he dropped a lot. He's down to 340k, and what can we say, man? I tried him as well. I understand that his price dropped because he doesn't really perform that well in the game for some reason. I think most of us had his player of the month, which was just crazy good, but this one doesn't hit the same. Something like maybe acceleration, maybe something else. I'm not sure exactly what. I tried him out and he was underwhelming. And with all of these fourth options, unfortunately, he doesn't look at the moment like the best one. And still, compared to players like Wijnaldum, etc., his price is quite high actually compared to these guys. And because of that, I'm gonna say, unfortunately, João Felix.
He's such a legend in my club with his Player of the Month edition. I just can't go against him. I can't bet against João Felix. That's just me. Always worked out really well. I don't disagree with you, especially with the expectation of getting such a significant upgrade. I think that plays a factor because his previous item that's an 87 is so good. Everyone expects this to be next level, amazing, untouchable, unstoppable. But at 350k, give him a run and see if you enjoy him or not. But he's done too much in our club for the previous drops. I'm not getting away from him. I've got him as a cop, and we keep it moving. We got Sanchez.
Yes, Alexis Sanchez, hyperlink to Arturo Vidal. That's a nice one, but this one, well, doesn't really look that spectacular. He has no great dribbling, but how far do you get here with 5-star skill moves then? Croquetas only and 3-star weak foot, not really that tempting, even though he's cheap really. I'm not sure he's gonna get any upgrades, so I'm gonna say, unfortunately for Sanchez this time, it is draw.
Some high work rates as well. I really don't prefer that for wingers or attacking players. There's been a couple exceptions exceptions for players that I've used. Technically, they're usually good on the ball, but it's more challenging to get them the ball. They don't make those naturally innovative or creative runs. Their positioning can be a little bit more offset, and he's not good enough as a defensive player to play as a center mid, at least not in my opinion. Even though the price is pretty amazing for the stats and the overall rating, I'm still going to keep it moving. I agree with Ivan. We got this as a draw. Martinez. Joseph
Martinez, yes, Venezuela, and yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, on the pitch, 92 strength, he has great finishing, but double 4 as well. And I think he's in-game also average body type, which is not optimal, as we know up front they should be lean. But still, I must mention this again, from an investment perspective, this is good. I mean, this is I think the cheapest 94 on the market, and for that reason, again, as an investor, I'm gonna say cop.
I have him as a cop right away, but he's gonna be a super sub for you. So if you're watching this video, you're buying Martinez as a super sub, lightning quick, very good with the lateral movements, also underrated with his jumping and his strength on this item in particular. If you have to lob it forward, he'll go up there and get it for you. Even at 5'7", 5'8", he's got a ladder in his back pocket. It definitely gives you a different element, and he's so fast when you bring him in the 70th minute. So that's what I'm telling you. You're buying this as a super sub, not a starter.
And if you don't like him, put him into SPC and you can save coins.
Got Hazard, who I would say has had an underwhelming career choice when he's moved to Real Madrid. Arguably the best version we've seen of him since that move. Walk us through the lay of the land.
Well, this one is tough because the price is good, really. The price is good, and he's going to be 97 next upgrade. They got the 3 wins, but I'm going to tell you one thing, Mike. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm not paying this price for double 4. I don't care if he's 99 rating. I don't care if he's 150 rating in this game. I need one of the values to be 5-star. And for that reason, I must say no. I must say drop. That's how it is.
I thought you were gonna say for that for that reason I'm out.
I'm out.
I don't know if you watch Shark Tank. Yeah. For that reason I'm out. All right, this is the situation. I'm not joining the Hazard sweepstakes, and I'll tell you right now, this 99 agility, 99 bounce, that's not authentic. That's not real. It's gonna be fraudulent, and it's mainly because of his body type. There's been no version of Hazard where I've ever felt that he has this extra quick turning. It's actually been a big argument or a situation or a dilemma throughout the years, is that even though he's so technical and he should have these great first touches and should be able to turn defenders and midfielders, because that's what he does in real life, I don't think it resonates or accomplishes the same type of feat or translates and transcends into FIFA greatness. 600,000 coins at least currently, but I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna feel some of this turning. He's missing that extra juice. Pogba, big upgrade.
LaBelle Pogba. Pogba is always great. He has the presence on the midfield, he has the power, he is somewhat a hybrid between Gullit and Vieira, and this card is coming off very nicely. He might get some upgrades as well, and at the moment, I mean, if we had this video live last Friday, I would say no way, 2.7 mil, nah, but at this moment though, he's down to 1.2 mil, one of the best midfielders in the game. Great links, United, France. For that reason, I must say, cop, fantastic.
And we're still gonna disagree.
Oh,
I think
really?
it's too much. I think it's too much. I don't wanna get into it. I didn't love Pogba this year. I didn't like him that much the previous iteration. I don't know if you feel like this, but I almost feel that he's gonna fall over. That he could be shaken left and shaken right. That he's tiptoeing.
Yeah, but
it bothers me.
I mean, if you compare to, like, I don't know what, Goretzka thought he's 1.8 mil, you have Vieira moments, he's 5 mil, and he's gonna be around that area. So I think the price is good. I think 1.3.
Maybe if you bring them up, if you think he's on that level. I've really struggled with Pogba the last 2 versions of FIFA in terms of getting the most out of him, and because we have so many center mid options. So this is my situation. I would rather have Wijnaldum than Paul Pogba. That's where I'm at. So I'm gonna spend the 300,000 coins and get my 95 overall. France, this card could look ridiculous at some point because he's going to keep getting upgrades, which I get. And maybe that needs to come into this equation. I just haven't fallen in love with Pogba this year. I've always found him to not fit what I'm looking to accomplish. On paper, a lot of times it looks good, but in game for me, I've struggled. So that's my opinion there. Go get yourself Wijnaldum and then keep it moving. And then last but not least, we have Firmino. We're heading technically we could be heading back into the midfield. If you want to play him as a secondary midfielder.
Yeah, I mean, his defending I think is too bad to play on the midfield. 65 interceptions, maybe with a couple of upgrades, maybe with the shadow as well, but maybe not the perfect midfielder, not even that strong, not that aggressive. And I think Firmino, he should play on the midfield. I mean, with his size, with his body type, if he has the right version. I think he had one in FIFA 20 that was Halloween card, which was just unreal on the midfield.
Stellar.
Yes, but up front though, with the work rates, with the body type and the height up front, combination of this, he's not gonna be that smooth. And with the price as well, 1.3 mil, despite getting upgrades, I think unfortunately that's a bit too much. So I'm gonna say for that reason, drop.
I think there's one exception here. I mean, he's also going to get upgrades, obviously representing Brazil. He's got the Premier League tax, as we always talk about, unless your name's Wijnaldum, who doesn't get the same tax for whatever reason. I do think he has to be in the midfield, and what I'm going to make as an argument is if you play a 4-3-1-2, or if you play a 4-1-2-1-2, where you can have another one of those midfielders be a bit more attacking, maybe not as defensively inclined, then I think Firmino will fit really well, especially after the upgrades, the 5-star skills. I kind of think he's going to drop a little more in price. If you can get this for under $1 million, I think you've got yourself a good value. He's going up in rating, and I really prefer Firmino even on the ball to Paul Pogba, so that's kind of where I'm at. Maybe I'm just a Pogba hater in FIFA, I don't know. I used to love him back in the FIFA 17 and FIFA 18 days.
The thing here is that you're gonna pay 1.3 mil as a price of a striker. Now if he was sent him in, he would be, I think, cheaper here. So I think the price for a midfielder is too high when you have Wijnaldum for what? 1/4 of this? Yeah. So
well, that's my argument that I made for Pogba. So this is my situation. If you go with Firmino, if you get him under $1 million, I think it's okay as a cop. I think it's okay. But right now, I think he's a little too high. And that also wraps up the video. Let us know in the comments, who are your cops, who are your drops. Make sure to subscribe to Yvonne's channel. We've been putting these out weekly. Normally they come out a little bit earlier. Like I said, we just weren't able to align, which happens from time to time. I appreciate you as always, Yvonne. I know you stayed up a little bit late tonight. What time is it, 11 p.m.?
It's still quite early actually. Was a big pleasure and hope to see you again next weekend.
Oh, no doubt about it. And if you guys have any types of lists that you want to see us go through, because if we don't have new players that are being introduced, it makes for a new kind of shake it up. We can give you our opinions, whether it's maybe going into icons. I feel as if people ask so many questions about icons, and we'd have some differentiating opinions, and the prices are down now, so a lot of icons are pretty affordable compared to where they once were.
Yeah.
But that wraps up the video. I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Daily.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Always a pleasure.